Hey, Katie, how's it going? What are you doing?
I'm just making a little Tuesday night dinner.
Alright.
Everyone was busy today, so we're hungry. And I figured I would just make some quick pasta. But not just any old fattening pasta dish. I'm making spelt pasta, which is a different kind of grain. It's non-glutinous and it's not bad for you.
Let me see it. Okay.
It's organic. It's called sobaya. Here.
Alright.
And they look just like little linguine noodles.
Okay, cool.
So that's what I'm using. And I have onions and red peppers and zucchini in the pan because that's what we had in the fridge.
Awesome.
Over here, I've got tofu because we had a little bit more of that. And we had no protein that we were going to eat tonight, so I figured I would fry this up.
So are you frying it? Is that what's happening? Okay.
Yes, I'm pan frying it. And I put it in a different pan because if I put it in with this stuff, it would fall apart. This is not a really firm, it's just a semi-firm.
Okay.
I've got the water boiling. I'm about to throw that pasta in.
That sounds good. I must say you look really, really good tonight.
Well, thank you.
Especially good.
Thank you. I had a photo shoot today.
Okay.
Alright, so just throw them in there. Give it a quick stir to make sure they don't stick. I have a little bit of salt in the water, and it's filtered water, and a bay leaf.
The reverse osmosis water.
The reverse osmosis water. And I put the salt in because it raises the temperature of the water, so that it will cook quicker.
Okay.
And it gives a little bit of flavor. So now, since that stuff is already ready to go, I've cut up some mushrooms, a bunch of different mushrooms. I have some buttons, some shiitakes, some creminis, and the shiitake mushrooms, I have one left. I've been popping the stems off because you don't really want to eat it unless you're going to really boil it. We use these often for our soup, our mushroom soup that we like to make. So I'm just going to throw them in a Ziploc bag over there.
Sweet, I see you got a little glass of red wine there.
I do.
Alright.
It was an interesting day, so we're going to throw in the mushrooms now, and we're just going to cook them until they're nice and soft. I haven't put any salt in this pan because it makes the mushrooms wet. It leaches all the moisture out, and then you just have a big wet mess.
Okay.
So you put salt in at the very end just to taste, or you let people put their own salt in because I'm not supposed to have a lot of salt anyway.
Right.
Now this is a really healthy meal because it will be a complete protein with the tofu. That's a grain pasta. And I'm going to mix some garbanzo beans or chickpeas in with this. So then you have a whole other complete protein with the grain and the beans.
Okay.
So we don't even have to have chicken or meat. And you might want to come back to me in a couple of seconds.
I will do that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Alright, so we're back and I'm just checking in to see what you got going on now.
Okay, well, it's important when you're trying to eat healthy and you're trying to eat low-cal to still be satisfied or you're going to cheat on your diet. So, what you do is you have to really power pack your food with lots of flavor.
That sounds good to me.
Healthy flavor, which means garlic and onions, and mushrooms are always good. A little bit of red wine always kicks it up a little bit. You're going to use, trying to be healthy, we're not using a lot of salt, so we're going to try and use a lot of spicier things. So I put some crushed red chili peppers in the pan, and I've used olive oil, and what else? Oh, some Italian seasoning, which means basil, oregano, thyme, and parsley. So, we are just mincing this nicely, and we're going to throw that in the pan. You don't want to throw garlic in the beginning, especially if it's in small pieces, because it will burn by the time you're done, and bitter garlic does not taste good. So, I'll see you in a minute.
Alright. Alright, I tuned back in, got a chance to see you doing a little bit of flipping of the tofu there.
Well, you know why? Because it's hard to deal with the little pincers because it is softer. And to make sure that I have it every side, I need it fried on every side.
Oh, I thought you just wanted to do a little fancy move for us.
That's not just for fancy. There's a reason too. This is nearly done. The garlic has been cooked. I'm just turning it down just a little bit.
Sounds good.
And it smells wonderful.
Yes, it does.
I'm going to add a little bit of these garbanzo beans, and they're also called chickpeas. And stir them around a bit. Let all the flavors marry. I'm going to cut some extra parsley. And you know why you want to put some parsley in Italian food?
What?
Because it has lots of garlic in it, right? Well, parsley is good for your breath. And it's healthy. It gives you some more roughage, some chlorophyll, and it's good for you. So I always like to put a little bit more in there, and it just freshens it up a bit. So that's going in. Stir it around. Now you're thinking there's no sauce, right? You're used to having pasta with lots of sauce. That's really probably not good for you unless it's tomato based.
Right, that sauce can take you over the top with the calories.
It can. And you know what? You don't need sauce all the time. All you really need is to coat those noodles with some olive oil and toss this stuff in with it. It has so much flavor and taste in it already. But what I will do is, since my hubby likes balsamic vinegar so much, I'm going to hit it with a bit of balsamic. And I'm going to hit it with some red wine. And I like to use a fortified red wine, like a port or a sherry, because it has so much more flavor. It's a little bit sweeter. And you don't just throw it in there and then throw it on the pasta. You need to cook some of that alcohol out. You know why?
Why?
Alcohol is very full of calories, so you're going to burn off some of those calories cooking it.
And it gives it flavor.
It zaps it with a lot of flavor. So here we go. I'm going to put a little bit more black pepper in.
I like it.
Yes, I like it too. And we're going to toss the tofu in. Tofu takes on the flavor of anything that you cook it with. So if you just cook tofu and served it like that, it's not going to taste like much unless you put some good seasoning on it. So what I'm doing is I'm just throwing it in here, letting it all get some nice juice on it, give it some flavor. Now I got to check my pasta.
Okay.
And what you want with the pasta, so it's not so boring, is you want it al dente. And I know you've heard that term before, and you probably don't know what the heck that means or why they do it. Basically, al dente means something to bite on. So you want it just a little bit firm, and that's perfect. So I'm going to dump this in the sink, and I'm going to plate it, and you'll see it in a second.
Cool. Alright, we're back, and here she comes with, the pasta.
Pasta.
Now, this is spelt pasta? Is that what you were saying earlier?
This is spelt pasta.
Okay.
Spelt is a grain.
Okay.
And it's non-glutinous, and it's better for you. It's not white refined flour like a lot of things are. And never rinse your pasta after you cook it.
Okay.
And do you know why?
No.
Because you rinse all the starch off, and the starch is what sticks your sauce or your ingredients to the pasta. But it's important to just put a little bit of olive oil so it doesn't get all like a big clump all stuck together.
Right.
So just toss it in there. Okay. I always put some orange chilies, some more pepper, and I'm just going to throw this all on here.
That's looking better and better by the minute.
Yes. Now this is power packed with flavor. Pepper, chili peppers, a little bit of port wine, balsamic, onions, garlic, mushrooms. Of course, as the tofu to make the complete protein with the grain of the pasta. Sorry, the beans go with the pasta, and then tofu is a complete protein by itself. So now it's all tossed up, and it's important to know everything in moderation. Like, you can have Parmesan cheese, right? And the best is freshly grated. But just don't eat a lot. You can have a little bit, but just not a lot. So, this is an easy Tuesday night dinner that you can do in less than 20 minutes.
Awesome.
From stuff that's in your fridge already.
Alrighty.
And bon appetito.
Thank you.